Rise and shine. Red flags of narcissist. I was just thinking about something that happened many years ago when I was with my ex, who I believe is narcissistic in so many ways. I was out of town traveling. First of all, let me say story time. I was out of town traveling for work, and he sent me a text message about one of our neighbors, and it was a single mom. She lived one townhouse away from us, and I didn't even know her. I didn't even know that she lived there. Like, I was in my own little world. I would just go home, go to work, hang out with friends or whatever occasionally. But I wasn't a nosy neighbor type, so I didn't really know who was all on our block. But apparently he knew this person. I'm sorry, I'm driving, so I gotta focus on the road. So he had brought our son over to our neighbor's house that I didn't know, and he mentioned something about it in the text message. Like, I knew it was like an older couple that lived down the street, because I would see them outside more, and they'd wave sometimes. But anyway, I didn't know that they had a daughter. Their daughter owned the place, and she's just a few years older than me. But he felt the need to like say that they were hanging out over at her house, like outside though. And then I'm just like, wait a second, I don't feel comfortable with you hanging out with another woman that I don't know, neighbor or not. Like, I've never met her, so like, why are you guys hanging out over there? But you see, toxic people, narcissistic people that want to try to make you jealous and triangulate you against someone that you don't even know, and they will have you doing things that are just not even you, okay? Like, it creates an insecurity in a woman that will I'll just say that I was like, okay, now I guess I need to meet this neighbor or whatever, to know who's next door, making sure that she's not trying to, you know, infringe on my relationship, and is this somebody that I need to watch out for? You know, like, all those things were coming up and hitting the surface. And he was like, well, oh, she has a lot of moles. Like, he was trying to talk about her, but she's beautiful Spanish woman that was only like, I think maybe 3 years older than me. But it's like, she had her own place, and her parents were living below her in her first floor level, and single mom. So he would talk about her sometimes, and I'm like, how do you know so much about her? Or how do you know that much about people? You know, like, you know too much. But that was an indication that I needed to be on the lookout for. And I'm saying all this because, like, some people don't know what they need to worry about or be concerned about when it comes to their partner, when they're sharing things with them. Why are they sharing it with you? Is it to make you jealous? Is it to then turn around and say that you're insecure or you're crazy? I was just telling you about this person, but that's not my type, or whatever. But you as a woman know, I mean, and I would say men know too, that if your partner is talking about somebody and then like you have eyes to see, so you know whether or not that person is attractive or not. And it's just like they want to plant a seed of doubt and a seed of insecurity for you to be worried or concerned that your partner is going to befriend another person of the opposite sex just to get a reaction out of you, and really work on chipping away at your sense of self and your security. So then, like, I found myself like making more of an effort to just try to be friends with her or know her and stuff, but it was just like really not coming from a genuine place, because it was coming out of an insecure place where I was starting to feel vulnerable with my relationship. I wasn't feeling as secure anymore with my relationship. Like, that's one thing that started creating some doubt. And then also, like, when he and I had gotten engaged, like, I was out of town again another time. This time I had took a trip with my sister. And while I was out of town, he sends me a text message saying, like, we don't have enough sex, like, we're too young, we're like practically acting like old people. So that was another way to, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, but it was another way to get in my head and create some type of doubt in myself, some insecurity. But like, why would you wait until I am out of the freaking country to say something like that? Like, that's a conversation that would need to be had face to face, not like through some doggone text message when your partner's out of the country. Like, there's a time and place for everything. So I share these stories so you can be aware of if your partner is doing something like this, because they're projecting something. They are trying to really work at knocking you down a notch or two, making you insecure, creating this shell of a person that you won't recognize one day if you keep just blowing it off or not really addressing it in a way that it needs to be addressed. Don't ignore those red flags, you guys. Be careful.